Good morning. It is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan, and we're here to practice Wudang's 3 basic methods, along with some body strengthening exercises so that we can actually do Wudang's 3 basic methods. I'm going to review those in just a minute, and then we're going to get started with some stretches, as well as a couple of floor sets. I don't do this very often. I'm going to do it today. It's really important. We have an election, and we had an election. We have a new president. Joe Biden is going to be sworn in, and we're going to have our very first woman and woman of color as vice president. And I'm really happy about that. I cannot begin to say how happy I am about all of it. So there. So, done with that. We need to get started with practice. Okay, so Wudang's 3 basic methods. We have dragon step, coiling snake, and creeping snake. Let me put the coffee down. Alright, so dragon step, and we've reviewed all of these, I've talked about all of these, but I'm just, it's today, alright? Dragon step, I'm going to do this easy because I haven't warmed up yet, alright? I'm not going to talk about it. Dragon step, circle, extend, and down, and up, and down, alright? Needs to go lower, needs to be more strength in that step, and you're going to see that just a little bit after we do some floor work and some stretches, alright? Second one is coiling snake. So up and down, up, out. As we go down, this should go down all the way. That requires a lot of strength in the core to support the body and in the supporting leg, because that's where your weight stays. Creeping snake, all the way down, foot extends, reach out, and push through from the back leg to come up. Alright, this again, there's either you're 6-7 years old and this is play for you, which is cool, or you're a little bit older and there's going to be some work involved. Alright, so for me there's going to be some work involved, and I'm inviting you to join me to do that. Alright, so first thing that I'm going to do is some basic stretches on the floor. And these are not complicated at all, but they are important. Okay, so feet are on the floor. My hands are going to be on my knees. Knees pressed down, and I'm going to roll forward. And I'm going to turn around and do this to the side just a second. So, second one. As I roll forward, I'm going to push down on my knees. So, back straight, knees as much down as you can put them. I've practiced a bit, so there's that. As you lean forward, keep your back straight. So, this is not leaning forward. Back straight, lean forward. This is stretch for this part in the hip. So all of the gluteals and the small muscles that connect the hip and the upper leg. It also works the core to pull this in and keep suspended and keep the back straight as you go over. Okay? So we want we want the legs open. This is one of the goals for this stretch, is to open the leg and the hip. And you're looking for your nose to go to the floor, or thereabouts, right? Back straight. So you reach out over the legs, up and over. One more time. All right, we do the same thing, except both legs are open. And hands to the inside of your calf, right? Inside of your knee-ish, right? This general area. You're going to keep your leg flat on the floor, flex the heel. Okay? So point your toes at yourself. Same idea. This pulls up, reach out over the legs. Keep your hands here. Keep the legs open. As you stretch over, press against the legs. You want them to open more. You do. Trust me. Open more. And you should feel this, excuse me, you should feel this all along the inner thigh, particularly towards the, little bit towards the back of the leg. I need to look at my anatomy book to give you the exact muscle, but you should feel it. Stretch over. Come on up. One more time. And over. Again. And last time. Okay. At this point, you should feel that it's relatively comfortable to sit straight without strain on a flat surface, right? So the idea behind both of these stretches, as well as the goal for what we're trying to do here, is to open the hip so that the upper body is kind of sort of separate from the legs, right? And that as you're paying attention to the torso, so not the arms, not the legs, just the torso. As you're paying attention to the torso, you can keep your back straight. You feel pulled up through the abdomen, and the upper chest along with the upper back is relaxed. This is the goal. Getting there is what we're doing. All right, now I have a set of sit-ups that I've introduced. We're going to do those. I'm going to face the wall back here as we get started and see if that's any better of a method. So I think I can. I'm checking, I'm looking at the floor space here to make sure that as I set this up, you can see. Yes, good. Okay, cool. All right. As long as I pretty much stay here, I'm good. All right. So this is a set of sit-ups that I learned when I very first started studying dance. It's designed to strengthen the body so that you can do things. All right. So we have 5 sets. Start out with your feet more or less close up in, knees bent, hands behind your head. and look straight up. And what we want to do is to use the center through the abdominal to lift toward the ceiling. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm only going to do 5. This isn't easy. Alright, feet up. This is one of the reasons that we did that leg stretch just a minute ago, so that you can put your feet up in the air. Okay? And you want them together, toes pointed. You could use your heels, but it's better to point your toes. It's a little bit harder, and you want to pull this toward you as much as possible. Okay? As you take the rest, and as we repeat what we just did. So we're going to go up to the ceiling, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Stay there. Release your hands. And we're going to cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll do 6 so we can get both sides, right? Bend the knees. Elbow to the extending leg. So same elbow, same leg. I'm going to turn 1 up. Maybe not. There we go. There, all right, I can do that. And right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put the feet down. Okay, this one is to take both hands, and we want to not use them so much, but since I'm at the point where I need to, I'm going to. Sit up, and I'm here to here. As I stretch, as I come up, stretch forward, reach forward, and back. Grab your thighs if you need to, and stretch forward, and down. I'm going to do one more, and forward, and back down. Okay. This set is tiring. It takes some work. Boo! I'd yell at my cat for clawing at the chair. Alright, so this set takes some work. Yeah? Okay. So does the 3 methods, right? For me, alright, I need to strengthen my core to better support my body so that as I'm going up and down, I have the strength to do it. I know what that is because I've been able to do it in the past. It's been a few years. So as I'm going to recover that, I'm going back through a litany of things that I had learned and then been able to apply. So now as I'm going back through what I had learned to recover what I had, it's an interesting sequence of things. I'm going to say it that way. So one of the things that's important is having, and this is a stretch, by the way, when we do the other leg. One of the important things is being prepared as we get started, right? So I've injured myself in the past. I don't want to do that again. This is why I'm on the floor right now. We do stretches, prepare the body, and then as we're moving, we need that strength to be able to do some of these moves, right? Again, I'm going to review that a little bit. At one point I had better ability. Yeah, 30 years ago I was better at things, right? And so I let go of some things. I'm getting them back. And I've invited y'all to join me. As I go through this process, there are things that I know that I learned from certain places or certain people or at a certain time that contributed significantly, not just a little bit, significantly, to what I'm able to do today. These stretches, and yeah, this is another stretch. So front leg in, back leg back, and yeah, it hurts right here. Okay. Some of these stretches come from dance. That's where I learned it. So there is a body of knowledge that contributes to, and I'm going to switch legs. There is a body of knowledge that contributes to what I'm presenting here. And that also contributed significantly to whatever skill I may have with these arts that I practice. Okay, time to get up. I'm getting better. There was a time when I could bring both legs around and come up without using my hands. I would like to be able to do that again. It's going to take some leg strength and some of this core strength, which is what we just worked on. All right, so if you would like to, and I would like to, grab a chair. This is more for general balance than it is for support. Okay, so 2 fingers, 3 fingers. Not this. Okay, it's not that. Not for holding on to. It's to help with balance as we go up and down. Okay, we're gonna go. This is a Demi Plie from ballet. So heels together. 45 is good. You want to open the hip. Knees go out over the toes. Demi Plie. Heels stay down. Bend as far as you can without raising your heels. Okay, and I could give you something to do with this hand, but I'm not gonna. Just put it here at the lower tantian. And bend again. 2 more. And then we're going to do ground plie. All the way down. This is Demi Plie, little one. And we're going to go all the way down, keep the back straight. And if you need to hang on, hang on. Yes, indeed. And up we go. Haven't done that in a while. 1 more, all the way down. All right. If you did that, you would have felt it, right? It doesn't matter if you practiced this, great. If you didn't, you felt it. Again, something that I used to be able to do much more easily than what I just did. Much more easily. Right? It takes practice. And that's something that I am going to talk about just real quick as I put this away and get a sip of coffee, and then we're going to work on dragon step. There is value in doing something else to enable you to do something, right? So we work on strengthening exercises so that the body is strong enough to do this other set, right? We want to build that up a little bit. I have a couple of sets of weights that I use from time to time. We do different types of drills, right? Stepping practice, there's basic, I know we're going to do this morning, I think. what I call stirring the soup. It's a part of cloud hands. These kinds of practices, the more that you practice, the better you get at it. The more that you practice, the better you get at doing other things as well. So if your body is not strong enough, your body's not flexible enough to do what you want to do, you have to do something to strengthen it. If you practice only the form, you will achieve your goal. You will strengthen your body through that form. If you add a few other steps to get you there, sometimes it's easier to gain the skill than if all you're doing is practicing this one particular form. The other side of that is that if you practice something else, you get better at something else. You don't necessarily get better at whatever form it is you're trying to develop the skill to be able to practice. I come down on the side of both. If you need to strengthen, which is what I need to do, I need to build back the strength to be able to do these things. I need to build that up. I'm 65, I'll be 66 in a couple of weeks, and I need to build that strength back up, or I will hurt myself. I've done it. I've hurt myself, so I know better. As someone who's learning for the first time, building up that strength is also going to help prevent injuries. All right. All that said, dragon step. And I'm going to do this facing hands only. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. This is hands only. We're not moving. All right, and then I'm going to turn around and we'll do it again. Circle, through, and down. Other side, circle, and down. Circle, down. All right, turn around. Relax the upper body. You start with the right hand comes up, left hand to the back, turn left, right hand comes across in the front, left hand holds a fist, right hand holds a fist, left comes across the right wrist, right comes up at the left elbow, turn again, left hand pulls down, left hand ends up at the hip-ish, here, no, yes, no, yes, right in here, okay, and front hand, more or less the same height as the lower Tantian, slightly above, so lower Tantian's here, down, alright, right hand, circle, left hand through, right hand up, everything down. Turn, right hand circles to the back, left hand circles to the front. Both hold a fist. Right comes across left, left comes up, turn down to the right. Turn to the right, turn to the left, through, and down. Turn to the right, through, and down. Turn to the left, through, and down. And right, through, down, left, through, down, turn again. Last time, left side. Right side. Alright, rest for a minute. Turning through the waist, as we're moving through this form is extremely important. There is a rhythm that follows the breath that we want to take advantage of. There's also a kinetic rhythm that we want to take advantage of. As this arm comes around, it's really easy to do that. Okay? This, from here, turn and extend out, it should feel very natural, and as we bring the arm around, this is a little bit of physics right in here, okay? So as we bring the arm around, we're collecting the force to extend, right? This is the same if you've got a top spinning, or you've got a I got a cat toy that I play with my cat. I'm going to spin the cat toy, right? As it spins, you can bring in an extension to quicken that. If you like driving, as you come into a curve, right? You come into a curve, accelerate just a little bit to come through the curve, and accelerate as you come out of the curve. That's what we're doing with this move. The waist needs to turn with the circle so that as we extend, it comes from the lower tantien. It's not here. This is the result. Okay? Whatever you see here is the result of something else that I'm doing. Right? And in this case, that something else is turn the waist. Circle, out. This should feel very natural. It should be at one level to kind of get a sense of what this feels like. It should be very relaxed. Let the momentum carry. That's part of what we want. Now, there's more to it. You know, we want to put something behind it besides just the momentum. But we want to be able to use that. In order to use it, you have to know that it's supposed to be there. You have to be able to find it, and then you have to start cultivating it so that you can use it. Alright, we're going to do this again. One more sip of coffee. Do this again, same set. And I'm going to start out slow, and we're going to speed it up. Turn the waist. Keep the shoulders down. Keep a good stance, right? So be solid over your legs. And relax. Feet can be a little bit wider than shoulder width. Stand straight. And we start out slow. Right hand comes up, left hand goes to the back, circle, turn to the left. Left hand comes out, both hands hold a fist, left hand comes across. Right hand comes up, both hands press down. Right hand circles to the back, left hand to the front, turn to the right. Right hand across, left hand up, both hands down. turn to the left, and down. Turn to the right, across, and down. Turn to the left, across, and down. Turn to the right, across, and down. One more time, slowly, across, and down. Settle into your legs, and turn. One more. Stop. Rest. Take a breath. I'm gonna. So we have this idea that relaxed motion with intent, connected with the breath, connected through the lower dantian, through the waist, is what we just did. I left out in this set, excuse me, I left out the leg work. We're going to do that now. Except we're not going to do it that fast. My leg's not ready for that just yet. Okay? My stance is, yeah, my stance is still good. But the speed that I need to move, I need a little bit more a little bit more of that resilient flexibility that we're working on in my legs and my hips to be able to do that quickly without hurting myself. Because I can get going and I might go do something that I shouldn't have done. So I want to prepare. We're going to do slowly, and come stand next to me because I need more than one step, and it's hard to go this way. All right, so as we turn here, same leg as the fist, comes out with a heel and places down. Sink into the back leg. Support your weight with the front leg as you sink. Not too far, not too close. Split. We just did this. All right, now we've got footwork and motion to go with. Up, turn, and you want to bring this foot in a little bit, go ahead. All right. I'm here. Left leg, left fist, down. One more. All right, I changed sides. As you set the foot, stay upright. Okay? The stance is open, but you have to be able to move through it. Go down more, lower. Yeah, okay? So, as we're moving, this was the faster step. We're going to do it again. As we're moving, upper body stays straight. And that momentum that I was talking about with the fist and turning the waist, add the leg. Stand straight. Circle. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straighten. Rest. It's hard work. 功夫. 这是这样练功夫. This is workmanship. This is the how we do cat. She working on my chair. This is how we develop the skill, right? Practice. These methods, we use them, and it's why it's called Wudang's 3 basic methods. All right, we use these methods in our other forms. So we have in our Xingyi form, we have dragon, a dragon form, and this step is there. We have the creeping snake in our Tai Chi form. We have coiling snake in Xingyi. So there are a number of other forms that the skills we learn by studying these basic forms will benefit from. Talked about this before in other sessions. Fundamentals are key. Whatever we're doing, if the fundamentals aren't there, if you're not, if the fundamentals for what you're doing are not there, then what you're doing is incorrect. It may be something you enjoy, but it doesn't match what the art requires. Right? So as we're practicing internal arts, Wudang's 3 basic methods, okay, there is quite a bit of, I'm going to show this in just a second, there is quite a bit of internal work that goes with just this particular movement. I talked about the external, this is dragon step. I talked about the external movement. So we're turning the waist. This, you got a hula hoop in the house, this is a good thing to practice to turn the waist. Okay, so my feet are basic, my feet are staying straight, and I'm just got my elbows kind of close, and I'm focused right here on the space between my ribs and my hips to turn that. Okay, the ribs have to go. The hips are kind of going in the opposite direction a little bit to open the waist, right? Open, open. As I'm here, this is open right here. This stays open. Back stays up. If that's not working, the form will be, that movement will be off a little bit. And so will every other form that you're doing. All of them. Alright? All of them. This has to work. This helps with that a lot. Alright, the other thing that we're using in this is the lower Tuntian. And as I was taught by Liu Zhang, we have lower Tantien, we have a two swimming fish. This is this is a yin yang fish. If you look at the Tai Chi, what we call the Tai Chi symbol here in the West, the circle with the half of it is dark and half of it is light, and there's a circle in the light with the dark, and there's a circle in the dark with the light. That diagram, that is the image for the two swimming fish. This is a skill that we develop to be able to move the lower Tantien in multiple directions at the same time. It's a sphere that has two components, and both of those components move together at the same time. All right. I'm going to show this, then we're going to do this during the soup exercise. It works this particular skill. Okay. So this whole idea that there's something going on here. Make sure I don't hit the wall back here. All right. That there's something going on here. I'm going to go this way. That goes with the move. Okay, and I'm not going to do a lot. I just a little bit. A little bit. Building up the skill to work with this type of expression, this type of movement. It takes practice, right? One of the exercises that I teach, one of my students, and we kind of nicknamed this during the soup. So we have this set from Cloud Hands, which relies on both fish being able to swim together. Alright? How do we get there? One hand in the lower Tantien, one hand out, as if we're stirring a big cauldron of soup. Okay? And the focus here is at the lower Tantien to complete the circle and extend the hand. Right. I'm going to turn around. We're going to do this on both sides. Feet about shoulder width, feet wider than shoulder width. It is like a mini horse stance here. Right hand to the front, left hand to the lower Tantien, and we're going to circle inward. Turn one. Right hand, use the waist, use the lower Tantien. Let the hand be the result of the movement in the lower Tantien. And ignore the cat. All right, one more, two more. Change hands. Keep going. Nice smooth soup. Use the waist. Focus at the lower Tantien. And two more. And come to center. This exercise is not about, and I've talked about this, I'm going to say it again, this exercise is not about moving your hand. Right? It's not. Moving your hand, no. It's about moving the lower dantian and moving the waist. Using the lower dantian to move the waist moves the upper body moves the hand, and the energy that you're directing outward takes care of what you're doing out here. So if I have more energy out here, I have less energy out here, either one, I've still got something that's driving through. It's not at. Okay? My shoulder's locked, my elbow's locked, this is tense, and I got nothing here. I have something. I relax the arm, relax the shoulder, open the elbow, and now I have something. That's the result that we want. This move, this, right? This part's connected to this part, right? Lower dantian moves the waist, moves the upper chest, brings the arm around. Again. Again. One more time. It's easy, right? The more relaxed you can be, this has the speed up option as well, okay? Alright? We're not going to do that this morning because I'm going to end class here in just a minute. But just bear in mind, this has the speed up option as well. So as we're practicing this, one of the key things to pay attention to is being able to relax the upper body as we do the circles. We just did the inward ones, we didn't do the outward ones today. So as we're doing the circle, to be able to relax the upper body. I can get blender. You get the point. Alright? So relax more, extend through the form. This is energetic, it's not limp, it's not just floating out there. There's energy here. Extend through the form and relax. Let the energy do the work. Your muscles don't have to do so much. I will be back tomorrow with Xingyi, Friday with Qigong, and Monday, Tuesday next week with Tai Chi, beginner on Monday and advanced on Tuesday. 3 basic methods and more of this type of practice on Wednesday next week. I'll see you then. Thank you.